Hey, it's Vancouver, Tokyo man. Still doesn't roll off my tongue very well, but I'm here on Granville Street with I have a fat boy. I have two e-bikes. This is my fat boy. This is kind of like my little party bike. And this is a really key piece of advice here for people who like to ride in downtown Vancouver. I'm sitting here on Granville and Robson Street right here. And Granville Street in some ways is a really good street for e-bikes, but it's also really dangerous. And that's because of these guys here, buses. Why do you have to be careful on Granville Street? Because if you're in front of a bus and you can't make a mistake, you're basically dead. Okay, like if you got like this car coming up, here's a little Kia. I don't like these. Is that a Kia? It looks like not a Ford, right? Okay, if they slow down and you got hit by that, I'm thinking you'd kind of like be okay. But if you're gonna get hit by a bus, you're dead. Okay, so if you're riding on Granville Street, you have to be, when there's a bus behind you, and I don't really think it's their fault, but like the bus drivers are just by their nature an impatient lot, and I think it's because it's a very difficult job. They're constantly fighting, they have a schedule to keep, they're fighting for space in traffic. It's not an easy job, and I've done a lot of DoorDash, probably like maybe 2,000 deliveries of DoorDash in downtown Vancouver, so I'm pretty experienced. And sometimes fighting for space on Granville Street with buses is very combative. So, but you have to weigh your options, especially if you're a DoorDasher, you're into riding and that. You got to have other things in your life, so you just lose to a bus. And one of the great things about Granville Street when you ride on it here is right here, it's a really easy place just to ride up onto the side. Slow down, make sure your brakes are always on. I just calibrated my back brake this morning. So always learn, if you're gonna have an e-bike, you gotta like learn, especially your brakes and stuff like that, because it's just a really dangerous piece of equipment. It's a motorcycle in a lot of ways. But yeah, again, when you're riding on Granville Street, the buses are there. There's always people on the Granville Mall here that are like walking intermittently not at the crosswalk and stuff like that. So it's a very safe street because it is there is like, even right now coming this way, there is I would say it's kind of a low barrier of traffic because there's not much of it, but you just gotta be careful, and you're gonna lose to the buses. And that's just a piece of advice for riding on Granville Street. But it's really great at night when you're riding on Granville Street, a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, if you get in front of that bus, you're dead. Another thing to watch, they went by me, sometimes those electrical things that come off the back, they'll flip off when they're taking a corner. So if you hear that noise when they're taking a corner, I'm not saying it's going to hit you, but they're on springs, so sometimes they flip down, right? And there could be so when they're turning or they're going through their little switches like they have right there, sometimes those things will come off. You never know, there could be a part that come off and smack you in the head. Just something to be aware of. Anyway, another video here. It's a long one. I didn't mean to make it this long, from the Vancouver Tokyo man, or the Tokyo real estate man on the other channel, from Granville Street. Goodbye.